Hey, welcome back to Game Does Play Games, where you can watch games and practice game design. And I almost forgot our tagline. We are playing Pyre.
Pyre!
I mean, I feel like I say this a lot, but we've been waiting for this game for a long time.
Okay, but to be fair, Supergiant is like actually one of our favorite game studios.
Yeah.
Because we fucking love Bastion. Transistor was amazing, even if you have a beef with Transistor, but that was because it was mean to you.
It's not Transistor's fault. It just had a problem. I got in Transistor, I got right before the final boss's room. I was right there, and then my game somehow got corrupted, and I lost everything.
That's Nathan luck.
It really is. So,
but now we have Pyre, which is their latest release. I've heard it described as basketball.
I would. So a lot of people have been comparing it to Rocket League, and my response to that is a closer representation would probably be like Blitzball, or I guess soccer, but with a goal that's shaped like a circle.
I mean, like, I played maybe
rugby.
I played maybe 2 minutes of Pyre when I was at GDC because that's all I was allowed to do. But I feel like if you describe it to Rocket League, that's like saying that every game is like Dark Souls. Like,
yeah, right.
No,
well, it's like Dark Souls, but it's roguelike and a first-person shooter.
It's like this has nothing to do with Rocket League. It's just because it has sports elements.
Yeah.
My point is, I agree with you, Nathan. But I don't know really much else about the game other than like the hot second I got with it.
You know what it is? It's like magical handball, team handball.
Is handball the one where you like bounce the ball off the wall and you?
Well, you can. It depends on the arena that you're in.
Oh,
we liked to. It made it more interesting because physics. All right, let's start the campaign.
Yeah, we're doing the story.
Yeah, I played a little bit of this. Chris is not, except for the demo.
We may at some point do some online verses because.
Oh, we will.
That's what you do.
Because if you know anything about Supergiant games, the fact that they came out with the online competitive mode is so interesting. All right. A little strugs there.
It's all right. Everything's fine.
Oh, right.
Ah.
And so it begins.
Yes. Definitely already am way into the art style.
It's very interesting.
I like that a lot of the environment assets have a kind of sketchy quality to it. Like, it's not...
Your days in a downside brought slow, lonesome agony. Now as you lie yielding to the elements, something rumbles into view. 3 shapes emerge, each clad in strange attire. Now here's what's cool. Kapow. What's the downside, you may ask? A vast purgatory into which the Commonwealth casts its convicts and its enemies.
So context information, I guess?
Another piece of filth expelled from the Commonwealth. See, right on schedule. What did I tell you? Masked something.
Oh, I see. So the sounds are like...
They're kind of like
demon speak?
Yeah, basically. You told us we'd find someone alive.
Someday. I said we'd find someone alive someday. Not today, I guess. But don't be glum. You know I see you frowning underneath that mask. Looks like she's breathing.
Here's awesome. You ready?
Masked wanderers presume you are female. Oh.
Interact to change this.
Interesting.
Keys. Ready? They. They assume nothing about your gender.
Yeah. Good job, Supergiant.
Which is interesting. Now looking at it, I don't know how much of the dialogue actually matters based off of that, but it's still...
you know what? Even if it's like a really substantial amount, that means a lot to some people.
Yeah.
And I respect that choice.
And it's not like it was difficult to pull off. It just...
No, it's a context variable, like...
Yeah. Seems they still are. Then stand aside. I shall see or send them to a better place.
A better place? Name me a single better place than this. Hang on, the markings on their rags. I think they are one of them.
But look at them. They're beyond our help and we are beyond theirs.
broken, shaken, starving, probably diseased. Yeah, good luck out there with that there, chum. See you back at the wagon.
Indeed, the day grows dim. You have at best an hour.
Understood. I won't be long.
After the others leave, the man turns toward you and begins unfastening his mask.
He's just a dude. Hello, my friend. I don't care who you are or what you did. None of that matters anymore. All of us, we're equal. Nothing's here. You are parched. He gives you a drink. You ache, and he binds your wounds. You hunger, and he gives you food. Little by little, it helps. There. Turns out you're tougher than you look. Name's Hedwin. Now, come on.
Is one of the three masked wanderers who found you clinging to life in the downside.
I guess in case you need a reminder later on.
Right. You sense no ill intent as he helps you and leads you back to the old wagon. Nothing like the stately vessels that paraded Commonwealth, criminals through alabaster streets. Commonwealth, proud country risen from the ashes of a fallen empire, home to a multitude of ethnic groups.
Yeah.
Old black wagon, that's what they call it. Black wagon. He beckons you to enter the black wagon. Well, my choices are...
I guess we gotta.
The weather-beaten wagon is as much of a mess inside as out. You see the masked woman as the talkative creature taking stock of ancient-looking books.
I'm back.
And with a guest, she loosens the clasp on her mask. You may call me Jodariel. But yeah, dude.
I was not expecting that after he took off his mask. I was like, oh, those are probably mask horns.
And then you see actual horns, you're like, oh my god.
Those are not horns you mess around with. Jeez.
Yeah. And you must have the strongest neck.
Yeah, right. And as for myself...
The small one struggles with his mask. Jodariel soon assists him.
Ow!
Look at his mustache.
He's a dog with a mustache. That is to say, you may regard me by my name of Rookie Greentail. Ha ha!
Such pleasantries out of the way, the horned woman then motions to the others. She glances at you, sidelong as she speaks. Nice to say you said, yeah. Can they do it?
Hope so. I haven't asked them yet. What? Then what are we waiting for?
Look at his face.
Hey, you chum. Nice meeting you and all, but tell me something. You know how to read or what?
Asking if we're a reader.
A reader is a thing. Well, what's the roots of reader?
Yeah. Over time, you managed to learn something of the old ways, in spite of the Commonwealth decree. Deny it. Literacy is a serious crime. No one in the right mind would dare violate the law of the land or remain silent. Who you are and what you did, earn your sentence is no one's business but your own.
Can you hover over reader? Yes. Oh, okay. So it literally is just...
Yeah, you look at that and you're like, that must mean something special. Oh no. Somebody who can read.
I mean, it could be like a spellcaster, right? Like, I can read spells.
So what do we do? Do we admit or deny it or remain silent?
I don't know. You can't make me choose this.
Fair. You know what? We're gonna deny it. No, we didn't do nothing. You tell them that you don't know how to read. Their mere insinuation is insulting. You sense, however, they do not believe you.
Come on now. What do you take us for? You've got the markings plain as day, so don't you let us catch you lying, chum. That attitude's what's got you here in the first place. Am I right?
Reader, you still live thanks to us. We ask for something modest in exchange. Open one of those books back there and tell us what it says.
Sorry to put you on the spot like this, my friend. Look at him trying to be friendly.
So like, yo, what's up? Have a look. Have a look.
Well, I guess that's the only option.
I guess just leave.
Oh. An interactable environment.
Ready? Ready to see this? Remember what I was talking about? Weird art.
Whoa! Yeah. It's like 3D, but not.
Yeah. There's like the wagon too is one of those assets that's like 3D in a drawn environment.
I don't think it's 3D, believe it or not. I've been learning a little bit more about this since Jen and I played Herald on the show, and they do a lot of really interesting 2D animation that seems 3D, like it has a perspective to it based on the way that things move. But the way it works, I read a really interesting article by the illustrator on that game, and a lot of it actually has to do with 2D rigging. So like you rig a 3D model, and then, you know, as it moves, like the polygons kind of stretch and bend, and it makes new polygons and shit like that.
Sounds like that'd be really easy to pull off in Unity.
Yeah, Unity actually has a really good animation system. I think that there are probably better, but if you're like exploring animation, then I personally had a lot of fun with rigged animation in Unity, but
yeah.
Either way, that might actually just be legitimately 2D animation, and what they're doing is they're warping the image and making it seem like it has depth to it, which I think is super cool.
You pick up one of the old and heavy volumes bound in materials you do not recognize. Wong.
I mean, that might be 3D rendered out as 2D, but...
Unlike. But yeah.
It's really whatever would be the least amount of work, which we know that they do good 3D art too, because they did that in Bastion and Transistor, so...
Yeah.
Ooh, it's tricky.
So this is all text. You can hit inspect, and it allows you to read it easier. You, dear reader, are an exile of the downside, such as we, the 8 who wrote the Book of Rights. That you possess it and have capacity to glean its words is a testament enough to your potential. Thus we reveal a path from the forsaken place to freedom, a homecoming and glory. The stars themselves shall be your guide. Ere to the turning of the year's first solace, seek the nearest longitude beneath the brightest of the 8 as they align as shown, arrive as a triumvirate, clad in the raiments of the rights, bearing this book. Oblige the voice that tells you more. Cryptic.
I don't know what it means. It means a lot of things, and I don't know any of it.
The book describes a complicated method through which exiles can return to the Commonwealth. The words swim through your mind as headwind gets your attention.
Well, friend, what does it say?
But then your vision starts to fade and blur. You feel your body weaken and give out.
Guess you better keep us alive.
Oh, the book was poison. Why did I eat it?
Is that not how you read? You don't read with your mouth?
That would explain a lot about you.
Dare you tamper with forbidden knowledge?
Yes?
Soon after your sentence into exile.
That's why we actually put the subtitles on. You wouldn't see these words otherwise.
You can be
Really happy that the subtitles are at the top of the screen, which very few games do, but it's very Let's Player friendly.
It's true.
You witness now the path toward salvation. You witness the rights. The one way to return to glory. Though in your case, I hardly think it possible.
Wow.
All right. The behemoth.
We'll show you. Oh, so tutorial. It worked.
So it is true.
Yeah, but what now? And where did the reader go? They should be out there still. For now, we have to put our faith in them.
They could abandon us.
They won't.
Look upon the 3 of them from beyond as Headwind then calls out to you.
Reader! We aim to free ourselves. We will not grow old and die in the downside. And now, I swear to you, when we get out of here, you are going to come with us. But first, we need your help. Show us the way.
Freedom. You focus all your mental faculties to do as Headwind asked.
Whoa.
Falls from the heavens when the time is nigh.
Alright.
I guess the time was nigh.
The time is quite nigh. Yeah. I can walk anywhere I want. I'm a free man.
Free man in a book.
You know.
You did it.
Conduct the rites as a triumvirate, for they must prove their trust in one another not just in themselves.
Oh, okay. Hold space to pass it to... Oh, I see. So it lets you select who you're passing it to.
The three must act as one.
Only one exile can move at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And therein lies the core shtick of the game. You're controlling 3 characters, but only one at a time. Which, there were some conversations on the Steam forums about this game, asking if there was ever going to be cooperative gameplay. And the developers had a pretty good response to that, in that they basically explained, like, due to the way that the game mechanics work, it would cheapen the entire system to do co-op.
Yeah, it would be much less challenging overall.
Because the whole point is that you can only control one at a time.
Well, that's the difference between like an RTS and a MOBA, right? It's like you're only controlling one person. So if one person plunges into the fire, you get points. But if they do that, you can't use them for the next round.
Oh.
It's a balancing mechanic. Now I only have 2 people to work with.
And so is...
The aura that surrounds them, as they shall beware yours.
What does that mean?
So, well, let's find out. He's holding the orb, right? He has no aura around him. If my aura touches him, I banish him.
Oh, and that's why he doesn't have an aura.
Yeah, if you have the orb, you don't have the aura around you.
I see. So it's a protective measure. Now, what if 2 auras enter each other's area?
Find out.
Your aura like a stone.
Well, let's make me here.
Is it like whichever one is the biggest?
Notice how? So if I move forward, I'm gonna banish him.
Oh.
But that's why it's cool. So like that guy, this Jodariel has a ridiculously large aura in comparison, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when we're close to each other, we both of them get bigger.
I see.
But yeah, like Jodariel's is larger, so she's more of like an attacker, like defensively. Like she's
your goalie.
Yeah, if the 2 of us ran into each other, she would win because her aura will hit me before mine will hit hers.
That makes sense. That's
by
pretty
mine, I mean-
intuitive.
I'd win. So then there's this. And this is why I said the magic version of
Go on. Correctly.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Again.
Poochie.
Just so.
Just so.
A glorious performance, I admit.
So then, say they score a goal, do you get your other guy back? Or is it then just 2v2?
If they score the goal, then yeah, you get your guy back. If I score with Edwin right now, then he'll be banished next turn, but I'll get back Ruki.
Oh, so you always at least have 2 characters.
Yes.
Orb quenches the flame. Now I say jump.
So this.
say jump!
Oh, that's how it's doing. Okay.
So basically, the aura is only on the floor, so you can jump over it?
Yes.
That's tricky.
Ooh.
Not quite.
Well, not quite.
Huh.
And I actually literally had to jump over their Ruki just now to do that.
That's kind of sweet.
Ruki is returned.
Now
Yeah.
snuff out the adversary's pyre, whilst yours yet burns.
Ow. Boom.
Nice. Oh, can he do it? Ooh. Oh. So you kind of like have a pushback mechanic when she jumps?
When she jumps, her special jump is that she like ground pounds it.
So then each character kind of has their own set of abilities?
Yes.
Oh, interesting. So there's even like... I could see how there's some interesting strategy to this game of like... You want to let them pick up the orb so that you can kill them easier.
Yes.
Is the dog guy, is his shtick that he's faster?
Yes. His trick is that he's faster. He has a faster dash.
And then this guy has a ranged attack?
They all do actually.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you got me.
Is there ever a reason in which you wouldn't want to use that?
The range attack is slow.
Yeah, it seems like it's different speeds per character, too? Or am I just crazy?
It might be. I don't... But, oh, yeah, it is. Okay, so look. In order to charge it, I'm losing my my shield. or my aura.
I
So
see.
I think the bigger character is going to have a slower charge because I have to. Oh, twofer.
Spectacular! Why does he have a star?
Above the head.
Yeah.
That's which character I'm using that's active.
Oh, and so it shows you which of theirs is active in the same way.
Yeah.
I see. So really, it's just a race to like knock your opponent's pyre down.
Yes.
I would tell you to turn back, cast down your hope. But
So there's when you get into the pyre, you actually it's not a even amount of damage you deal with pyre every turn. Some characters deal more damage. Like Ruki only deals like 15, but Jodariel I think deals like anywhere from 20 to 25 or 30, whatever, I don't know. But it's like she'll deal more damage, but since she's big and heavy, it's less likely she's ever going to get there.
Right. It's kind of a nice balancing mechanic that I think only adds to the depth of strategy. So in a weird way, it sort of encourages you to explore how you can build a strategy to like get her to be the one that hits that goal.
And later on, we'll start picking up certain abilities and things like that make different strategies possible. It's brilliant.
Yeah, I think that's really smart because otherwise you would hit an optimal strategy a little too quick.
Yeah.
And I think that all players are probably going to hit a strategy that they're going to stick to until they're forced to move outside of that.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's necessarily bad so long as the game eventually challenges that.
Anyway, that said, we're a bit over time. There is no there's not many comfortable breaking points in this. So leaving off at this screen is just as acceptable as most other points in the game.
Gotcha.
I mean, there's some better ones, but like we're at a good stopping point. So we should question of the day it.
Cool. Question of the day.
We talked about the art. We talked about, I don't know.
I mean, I'd
the
almost
narrative.
like to talk about the narrative.
Yeah.
I guess maybe like what's the hook that they're using to pull the player in? Because it seems like it has the narrative focus. That's the very first thing that they threw at us was, here is the world and your character and these characters, rather than showing us gameplay right away, which I think is an important statement of the game.
Absolutely. Because, we just got to play a match and we've been like sitting here reading the dialogue and everything. Agreed.
So how are they using the narrative to hook the player in? What specifically are they doing?
Yeah. And don't say they're just super giant games because that works too.
I mean,
but
you know,
it's the easy answer.
yeah.
All right, till next time.
Thanks for watching.